Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we are living in a post-LR Kale and Caulifla world. So there's a lot to go over with this unit. I couldn't fit everything about this unit into one video. There's just way too much. Like, you know, people are joking, you know, their passive is like a damn light novel here. Like, look at this. Like, there's just a lot about this unit. So today, I want to focus on their leader skill, right? Now, I didn't honestly think they were going to do this soon, but Kale and Caulifla are a joined forces leader. Now, if we look at this category, dude, look at this! Like, LR Vegito is on here, LR Gogeta is on here, LR Goku and Frieza is on here. Like, we just have just a ridiculous amount of the best units in the game here. Like, you know, you could do infinite memes of, oh, you know, such and such best unit in the game, but like, go through it. Like, look at all the power, all the potential that is on this category. Even, you know, LR Goku and Arale, you know, who are, I would say, the best free-to-play unit in the game. They're on here. Even something like LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 are going to be exceptional on this team with the 4 ki they give from their passive to Super Type allies. That's a big deal on a team full of LRs. Or how about Broly and Paragus, who are going to be one of the first units to put on the team because they give 40% attack and defense to join forces allies, plus they also give 2 ki. So that's it. Then on top of it, even furthermore, they're going to be very, very helpful for Kale and Caulifla, because remember, they get that very good buff from having, you know, their like, you know, multiple pure Saiyan / you know, join forces type category allies on the team, you know, and that's what Broly and Paragus are. So that'll be a monstrous buff. So we're gonna go through like a few different team builds. Now, one thing that's interesting, right? All of these units are joined forces. I don't know why, but so if you guys, like, most units don't have, like, you know, the combination category or join forces or whatever, you know, until they actually get to the point where they've got it, right? So, like, look at what's, I don't know, there's examples that I'm not thinking of right now, you know, who get, like, join forces once they actually, like, awaken, you know, to this LR where it's multiple of them, right? Like, I believe, you know, LR Trunks and Mai is a perfect example of this. They don't actually get the join forces category until they're in LR, but for whatever reason, they did not do that for Yamcha. So, you know, this, of course, is the SSR version of, you know, LR Yamcha and Puar, but, you know, it's just him. Is Puar in the super attack? He might be. I'll actually have to double check that. I'm not too sure. I haven't used that SSR yet. But let's go ahead and just bring a bunch of good units here. I figure, you know, let's go ahead and use LR Gogeta and Vegito as a rotation. Obviously, the two of them work incredibly well. And then, you know, just for shits and giggles here, maybe how about we bring, like, LR Goku Black and Zamasu? And then how about we also bring, like, you know, T-War Goku Black and Zamasu? Well, again, we're going to go through a few different builds of this team, you know, kind of showing it off in some different events. See how formidable the Join Forces category team looks now. Now, again, guys, one of the reasons that this team, this category is just so insane, right, is because I would sort of tentatively say that the top 6 units in the game, right? LR Kale and Caulifla, the LR Super Saiyan Force, LR Goku and Frieza, and then, you know, LR Gogeta and LR Vegito. Of the top 6, 4 are on this team. Look at this rotation right here. On just a double 130% team, this rotation is going to be good enough to clear, you know, basically any event, right? So let's go ahead and see how well this is going to do. Oh, you know, 3.63 million. You know, no biggie, only on a double 130% lead, and boom, Vegeta is one-shotted. Like, that's exactly what's going to happen going through events with this team. It's just going to be, again, absolute evisceration. So we got, you know, LR, Kale, and Caulifla on the team. This video is not really intended to be so much of a showcase on Kale and Caulifla, but specifically the Join Forces category team, right? I kind of wanted to go through several events, you know, with different sort of team builds that we can rock here, you know, utilizing one where, you know, maybe LR Goku and Frieza is the primary focus. Maybe we'll have one where, you know, Kale and Caulifla are themselves the primary focus. I do have a copy of the T-War. They're not rainbowed. I don't really have any orbs in them at all. They're only 1%. But, you know, I might go ahead and toss them on one so we'd have that rotation to deal with. Like, you know, this team is just it's gonna be ridiculous. Like, this is definitely gonna be one of the more fun teams to use in the game. And again, here's Kale and Khalifa not trying to optimize them whatsoever. And, you know, they're at the bare minimum going to get 2 super attacks right there, plus an additional normal. Like, they're too strong. This team, these units, they're all just so OP, so, like, over-powerful. Like, just, like, you know, it's just overwhelming. Like, you know, there is not a Dokkan event that could even come close to putting up a fight to this team. Like, it's just, they're... Like, do I dare say that this team is, like, indestructible? Like, like, I feel like we could take this into Super Battle World. That's actually not a video. I hadn't planned on doing that. Like, I do want to take Kale and Khalifa into the Peppy Gal stage, which I've not done. Maybe even take them into Super AGL as well, because their leader skill is, you know, Join Forces 4 key, and then they also give, you know, Super AGL 4 key in stats. So, you know, could potentially use them on the Super AGL stage as well. Utilizing their broken leader skill. Like, it's just so impressive, this team. Okay, so we looked at it a little bit. We're gonna go skip around, you know, different rotations, you know, showing this team in different events, just how, like, virtually untouchable it really is. Alright, guys, so now we're gonna try out, of course, you know, what is the hardest hitter in Dokkan that is, like, a single attack, right? Because as of right now, you know, we don't know what's gonna happen after Kale and Khalifa get their supposed nerf. But as of right now, Kale and Khalifa are the hardest hitting unit in Dokkan. We'll see what happens. I suppose it's possible that with their nerf, you know, whatever it may be, LR Goku and Frieza can take back the title. But, I mean, you know, it's just Kale and Khalifa with their multiple attacks deal up so much damage. Whereas, you know, LR Goku and Frieza, they just deal like one gigantic nuke, basically, on the enemy's forehead, right? So... For this build of the Join Forces team, I kind of just went with like a bunch of key supports, right? You know, we brought the physical LR Ginyu Force, we got Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, and then we also, of course, have Broly and Paragus. Broly and Paragus are just like a quintessential unit to be using on the Join Force team. So, you know, if you do pull, you know, Kale and Khalifa, you are going to be rocking that Join Force team. I hope you were able to get that Paragus and Broly unit, because they are spectacular. You know, they're going to work incredibly well. They're going to buff every single unit that is on this category and just make them really, really strong. So there we saw Kale and Khalifa take a bunch of damage. Keep in mind that, you know, in the later stages of events, when the events, you know, get the hardest, Kale and Khalifa are not going to be able to take damage. They're just not going to take damage at all. You know, because once they start doing, you know, multiple attacks like this, not only does their, you know, ability to dodge jump way up, but so does just their defensive viability as well, because they, you know, stack their defense every single time they super attack. And like, if we were to balance Kale and Khalifa out, you know, to make them, you know, kind of like a unit on the same level of power with a lot of the other units in the game, number one, you would get rid of the extra key multiplier that they can get. You would also remove their defense stacking mechanic from their super attack, which is too strong. And then I would also say change it so that they only get 10% attack from Pure Saiyan, Universe 6, or Join Forces. Yeah, that's what it... Wait. Yeah, it's Universe 6, Pure Saiyan, and... Universe 6, Join Forces, and Pure Saiyan. Right. So rather than make that the ability to give 30% attack from that passive, just switch it up so that it only gives, you know, the 10%. And then at that point... you know, I feel like they'd probably still be in the running for best unit in the game, but maybe like the LR Super Saiyan 4s would be a bit more formidable. But like, that's the thing, just getting rid of like the 12 key, like the extra key multiplier, or even just, you know, changing their passive to only 10% and not, you know, stackable up to 30. Just like either one of those alone will not take away their crown as best unit in the game. I just, you know, kind of want people to be aware of that. They are, you know, spectacularly strong. I also brought the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma card. Obviously, they are a very, very strong unit. A counter unit who will really be able to work effectively on this Join Forces category with all those counters and stuff. It's going to be very, very nice to have. You know, it's just this team, like... another thing is, because of the fact that they give the 4 key, like... you know, we don't, like, I don't really need to sort of, like, pay attention to what we're doing. It's sort of, like, we're just kind of going through, like, absolutely demolishing, like, rotations don't matter, like, none of this matters. It's just, it's a joke, like, It's just so powerful. All right, so I figure, we look at this build enough. We'll probably try and maybe get like a team where like LR Cell is on there, maybe LR Goku, Trunks, and Pan as well. Sort of see the numbers that they're able to put up here on this Join Forces category team. But I mean, I am just truly impressed. This might be one of my favorite teams to run for quite a while moving forward. Okay, they did get 3 attacks right there. That last one was from their potential system. Obviously, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta does not have Pure Saiyans, or he does not have Universal Survival Arc, so they didn't get, extra supers there, but just a very impressive unit nonetheless. Alright guys, so this will be our final run through of the video. I threw a bunch more of these, ridiculous LRs that are on this team. There's still so many units that we didn't look at, right? Things like LR Cell we could have dropped on here, like LR Goku and Arale. Like, there's just so many powerful units on this team. Like, you can build it in so many different ways. Like, I would say, like, there are still, like, as more, sort of units like this arrive on this team, it's certainly going to help out. I would like another shocking speed, like, LR that would fit on the Joint Forces would help out a lot. Another LR that would have Over and a Flash and be part of Joint Forces would also help out, just to kind of help the team, work a little bit better. But there's just so much, like, power that could be used for this team, utilized. Like, it's just really impressive. Like, I know I'm just going on and on about how good this unit is, but, like, this has always been going to be a series of videos to show just how ridiculous Kale and Khalifa are. Like, if people wanted to summon for them, like, I couldn't even, like, usually, I'll tell you guys not to summon on a lot of stuff. It's really not worth it. Like, units always come back. You want to go for the maximum value banners, but unlike, a lot of the other units in the game, like, just one copy of Kale and Khalifa, like, it just carries you through every single mode, basically. Like, they're insane. Like, I proved it. The 55% showcase video for them was, like, a really good idea. I'm glad people have been asking me to do those, because, like, they were really able to show just how ridiculous they are, right? Alright, so even Trunks and Goten, right? The two of them combined are going to be a very strong unit here. It's just, there's a lot of ways to build this team, and it's just so many of these LRs are here that, like, this team, I would say it's free-to-play friendly. Like, that might be like, what? But, like, because it's full of, like, summonable LRs and stuff. But there's so many of them on the team that, like, if you've done any summons on an LR banner, chances are you've been able to pull, like, I would say one of all of the summonable LRs. Like, let's not count Kale and Khalifa, but, like, one of the others, right? So, like, LR Cell, Goku, Trunks, and Pan, LR Mighty Mask / Goten and Trunks. Like, there's a good chance you would have gotten some of them. Plus, LR Metal Cooler Army we have not used in this video. They're a strong option for the team. LR Kid Goku and Arale, they're a ridiculous option. Like, you just have so much potential. Like, so much potential firepower that you can rock out at any time. And then, if you've got Paragus, the physical Ginyu, LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, you then have, lots of powerful key support as well. So, Join Forces is just, it's as broken as we thought it was going to be. Like, a lot of us have been saying, like, listen, look out if they decide to give, like a true category to Join Forces, because at that point, it just becomes like a nightmare zone. Like it's just ridiculous. And this is what we got. Are they gonna get another one? Yep. There we go. So 3 super attacks and 1 normal attack. There's not a lot of enemies in the game that would be able to survive that. Like, we still have ridiculously powerful LRs that would have attacked in that rotation after them. It's nuts. Honestly, this is a joke. Like, just a ridiculous joke is about all I could say from all of this. Sure, we'll do this, and that would be about it for Bardock. I don't see any way he survives Trunks and Goten plus whatever Kale and Khalifa are able to bring. So there we go, guys. There's the power of the Joined Forces category. Very impressive. Let me know if you guys want me to take the Joined Forces category into category Super Battle Road as well. I probably could. I'm sure it would be an easy W. 2 LR Kale and Khalifas on the field, even if it's a lower leader skill. that's just an awful lot, for, you know, to bring. That's a lot of firepower to have. You know, that they're a very overwhelming unit. So thanks guys for watching, and I will catch y'all next time.